Most of the time, you can let the machine set the tension for you when you're using the same thread in your needle as you are in your bobbin. As soon as you start to switch to decorative threads, variegated threads, you usually don't put that same thread or same weight of thread in your bobbin. Usually use a neutral thread. Sometimes it's a lot finer, like the bobbin weight threads or bottom line thread is wonderful, but it's very fine and doesn't balance with the thread you probably have on top. It's probably much thinner. So when you start to stitch, and I'm going to just stitch a couple stitches here, I've got a zigzag, I've got a heavy decorative thread in my needle, and a white thread in my bobbin. And I'm sewing on the darker fabric so we can see that we're starting to get a little bit of the white. I know it's going to be hard to see, but it's showing. The white thread is coming up on the top side. And I see no colored thread coming to the back side. Anytime I work with decorative threads, I always want my stitches coming to the back. When I pick decorative stitches, that's why your tension is often reduced to a smaller number. But with just regular straight zigzag stitches, the tensions are probably going to be just their normal setting, like 4 or 5. So we would need to adjust for that. So let's go ahead and take a look on our screen to what we're going to change. As we go into the I for information, you'll notice the tension is at 5.0. When you touch the tension adjustment, you are adjusting for just this one stitch. So if you adjust it for this stitch and then go head out to another stitch, you may need to adjust it for that one as well, depending on what the setting for that stitch was pre-programmed to be at. So because the thread on the top is stronger, it has pulled the bobbin thread up, that tension is the top tension. So we need to reduce it down. You can do it with the knobs on the side of the machine right here, or you can touch the little arrows on screen, or you can even drag this up or down. Once the box has highlighted yellow, you know you've changed it off the default setting. So let's go ahead. Now, you normally change it more. I change it a full whole number, so if it was at 5, at least to 4. Let's go ahead and stitch it at 3.5, and we'll just see what the look is here. We'll show you. We'll just go ahead and stitch and cut. What I'm looking for is that there's no more white stitching coming up to the top, and I'm just starting to see the color of the variegated thread peeking down on the back side. So anytime I'm doing a zigzag or I'm doing a decorative stitch, I want that little extra connection of where those two come together to be on the back side, even if I have the same weight of thread in my needle as in my bobbin. But if you're needing to help it, you want to get it to the back side. Now, if you're seeing no color of your bobbin and you're seeing all color of your top thread, well, now that's a little too far. So definitely kind of go back the other way. Now, in the reverse, if you're finding that your top thread is going way too far to the back side, then you're going to take and increase your tension. Now, if you're finding that by changing a whole number up or a whole number down, depending on which way you're going, and you're not seeing any changes, maybe try it another number and another number, you're going to find yourself maybe checking other things about your machine. Do you have the right needle in for the thickness of thread you've selected? Is the bobbin properly in the tensions down below? Is your machine threaded correctly? There's a lot of variables that you should check before you need to really start adjusting tension. But I do know ahead of time, if my thread is different in the needle than it is in the bobbin, I'm probably going to need to do some adjustment.